Walk out! Walk out! Winner! Ready! Fight! Combo breaker!
What's up, Assassin?
Supreme victory.
Every time I just run into you in ranked, I do well till I start second guessing myself on when you will overhead reset or command grab.
Ready. Fight.
Oh, glad you're in your daily walk. I wouldn't even say it's necessarily about second guessing, but you have been doing well. I see you picking up the rhythm per se.
Walkout. Shadow counter. Walkout. Ripple. Blaster.
Mm.
Ready. Fight. Ripple. Hyper combo.
Oh, command grab. I mean, it's also the like maintaining control of the match and stuff, but you're not very far behind. And you already know this. Like, seriously, like don't ever like doubt yourself, especially like in any game per se. But it's an evolving thing all the time. You literally, it's the chance you take, right? Whenever you jump into a game, you're taking the chance. And fortunately, when the good thing about fighting games in general is that when you start to see those gaps in gameplay, you start figuring it out, it evolves, and that makes the matches much more interesting and less frustrating. Maybe frustratingly fun, per se. Won't lie, I do feel the Thunder on B is a bit rough at times for Gargos. However, anytime Gargos is on B, it's rough. Yeah, his poor defensive options, bro. It's not completely, like, defenseless, but they're poor by comparison. Keep in mind that Thunders are too. Like, without meter, he's still scary, but not arguably not as much as like when he does have meter, right? The conditioning of, is he going to do P? Is he going to command grab? Can I jump over his DP? Can, you know, all those things. But slowly but surely you start understanding the concepts behind it, someone's particular flavor. And sometimes someone's particular flavor of the day. Yeah, you know what the thing is? And like, I go back and forth, like I try changing it up because people figure things out. There's been people that I was messing up when I was just playing very defensively and letting them get ahead of themselves. And then I turn on the aggro, things like that. But one of the things that you could probably do that kind of helped me out is just practice defense. Get in a corner, let them do as they please, and just watch for everything that that person does. Everything that they're going to throw at you is somewhere in there, somewhere part of their meta, part of their operation. Is DP only invulnerable with meter? Yes. DP is only invulnerable with meter. So if you're not hitting me with a high, chances are, or if you're hitting me with a high, chances are, like, I'm gonna DP you. You can avoid that by going for lows. Hmm. Exactly, their flowchart. Kind of what gets the job done for them. The thing is that some people don't like uh don't have a flowchart per se, or if they do, they switch it up in the middle of the match. And once that starts collapsing, they have to revert to, well, no, I have to throw some shenanigans. But yeah, just follow, like, check for their flowchart, man. You're going to lose if you don't try in one way or another. You either have to establish your dominance overall and collapse them, or if you know you're gonna lose, like, just consistently by doing that, try something different. Try just, you know, push buttons where you can, see what it is that they do, what they love doing. They like just continually hitting buttons and pressure in the middle of your gaps for your resets, etc., etc. Are they locking out? Are you finishing your combos too early? Combos are too long. That sort of thing. Like, look, for example, see this guy? The reset didn't work because he just grabbed me. You know, throw him for a loop. As degenerate and as dumb sometimes some decisions seem, you hate to see it when it happens to you, but you have to be ready to make that adjustment and fly. Yeah. It's always good to ask questions. Assassin. It's always good to ask questions. And I like playing this game like you do. At the end of the day, I'm a fan of the game. I have fun. The most knowledge that I have lies with this character. I know some weird things about other characters, like, you know, in versus matchups. But this is the one that I'm going to say that I'm the most knowledgeable with because it's who I use. Like, dominantly. Like this matchup right here, this shit sucks. What a grab. Yeah, it's definitely not fun. I don't think it's fun for either character, but it's obviously like it. the inherent danger of a character that essentially teaches you I don't have to block so long as I fulfill
Supreme victory.
this task in the middle of the game. I don't have to block, which is like contrary to what people tell you about fighting games. You have to block, you know.
Fight.
Nice block.
Lockdown. Lockdown. Lockdown.
Good call.
Combo. Lockdown. Lockdown.
What a light break. Nice. He barely just got out of that. Yeah, I don't know how this is for Gargos, since you use Gargos, but I would assume it's not as hard because of your punches, but
Beastly combo. Ready. Fight.
he jumped. I don't think he meant to do that. Maybe he wanted to make me use my meter.
Fight.
He likes blocking, so let's throw that at him.
Triple.
Can't do that to Thunder.
Combo breaker.
Throw out that fist again. That sucked. Let's see if this works. Nope, doesn't. His hits me more, but mine does. You feel comfortable? Yeah, you know what, Shago? To be completely honest with you, I feel like Shago would mess up Gargos. That's a matchup that I don't think I see very often. Like, tourney or otherwise, and lobbies.
Fight. Combo breaker.
What a jump. Nice. Okay. Damn, that was such a fast break. I couldn't even dash back. And also you got like these JP players, right, that are like they're leveling up and they're all right. Nice. Whoa. I can't let him get any more. Any more rocks. I don't like dealing with Shago and Gargles. Nice. Fuck. we go. Fuck, that punch sucks. That sucks. Still gonna have to deal with it here. When all else fails, fucking DP. They do. That's why it's like other games, right? And it just makes the world go around afterwards. They make some interesting decisions. Sometimes they're so whenever they make decisions on some of these things, I can most definitely tell you that they make these choices with the best of intentions. Whether that's finding out if something works or doing some crazy stuff like I forgot who it was. There was a JP player that was using TJ combo, and he's doing weird ass combos where like he does, I think it's like crouching medium, and that hitbox, after like the flip out where he flips you up in the air, he does this combo where TJ's not looking at you, but you land in such a way that the hit connects. It's a full combo, and it's stuff that you don't see, any of the TJ greats used, like Double or even Zombie has a TJ. But they do some interesting things for sure with this game, and this game's been out for 10 plus years, man. Within the scope of the people that touched this game and the people that didn't, because it wasn't on PlayStation and it wasn't on PC for the longest time, there's still plenty to discover. There's people that figure stuff out in old games, much less a game that's only, like I said, just barely 10 plus years old, that, make it interesting and make you have to think on your toes, right? Yeah, I wish I would have saved the match. I'm not gonna lie, like when I saw it, I was a little bit salty. I was like, I think he did, it was like a roll into that punch and it still comboed. He's had enough time here. He had enough time to, I believe, roll into that punch and it still comboed me. I don't know how he did it, but there's bound to be bugs and, weird combos in this game for sure. You've been around since season 1. I was too, but I was a little bit more low-key. When the game came out, I had, it was a very critical point in my life for a lot of things. And I couldn't dedicate as much time as I wanted to the game. To be honest with you, I bought this with the intention of there's going to be a new Halo, a new Gears of War, a new whatever. Microsoft was firing on all cylinders, and it was like that bad conference that they had with the guy at the time about TV. I was like, that's going to be blown over as soon as they start hitting on all cylinders with their games. That never happened, but I will say that I was glad to be amongst the first to touch this game, because I think while my games were installing, I was so excited to play the night it came out. Through updates and having to download like all this stuff, because I just wanted everything to download, since I was like, well, this has to install. So I don't think I played till like the next day, like around like 8 p.m. Well, technically launch day. And this was the only thing that was ready to play. I played it for about maybe like an hour or so, and I was like, this kind of reminds me of like, at the time, like Street Fighter 4, but with all like the one frame links. Of course, stuff like that does exist within the context of what KI is, but it did remind me of other games. It didn't remind me of the old Killer Instinct in no way. I was just glad to see that the franchise was back, and I started playing it here and there, and I wasn't very good at it. I won't lie to you, but I kept on, and I was like, "This is fun."
Combo breaker! Lock out! Awesome! Lock out! Extreme! Combo breaker! Combo breaker! Lock out! Lock out! Awesome combo! Ready, fight! Lock out! Ripple!
But I can definitely tell you this, that being Thunder is my preferred character. For the longest time, I'm one of those weird people that I liked grapplers. So like, I mean, Ken and Ryu, you know, in other games, you know, the Shotos and stuff like that, they're cool. But to me, there was nothing like a grappler, which, you want to sit there and block? Okay. I got something you can't defend against if you're on the ground. And although I was never really good at it, Super Turbo. The grabs from Zangief, for example, like Zangief is a terrible character in those games, but it's like you could argue kind of like in this game, probably not as much, but like some of the worst characters in this game being able to excel under the right player, right? You can make things work in your favor, especially when it's unexpected and it's unconventional, unorthodox. No two characters are played, or sorry, no one character is played the same by everybody. Sure, there may be some, you know, traps and stuff like that, but there's definitely different flavors. The other Thunders that I run into, a different flavor than I play it. Case in point, Hologram is a fucking anomaly, right? With Thunder, what he was doing throughout the seasons. Flipper Antonio, I remember him. Shit, here, let me see real quick. Wait, can you check the full leaderboard from here? You can't, right? Let me see. How do you do it by character again? Oh, here we go. I mean, even Item Master. Item Master is scary for a number of reasons. But I can tell you this, that recently, I would be able to take some games off of Item Master, never the sets. And I started being able to beat his Shadow Jago here and there. And his Thunder came a little bit even faster. And actually one day I challenged myself. I was like, okay, let me see if I'm going to keep getting matched up with him, which occurs. I'm going to see what he does. And sure enough, I played my game of let me defend. And I got to see kind of what he does. What he turns to. And I beat his Thunder. In a span of, well, it was 2 sets. The first set, I think I beat him once, so it was 3 games. And then the second set, I beat him 2 games flat. Now, I'm not saying that I'm better than him. I'm saying that I'm capable of being able to do those things just by kind of analyzing the situation. But yeah, you have Item Master, and yes, Gutter Magic. Gutter Magic was in terms of gameplay, I want to say Gutter Magic was probably like a mix between like 30% hologram and probably I want to say like 30% hologram, 30% J Gamer K, and maybe like some shades of Flipper Antonio, like maybe like 10%, and the rest was him. You know, you're only third ranked Thunder. I thought you were supposed to be good at this game. Unfollowed. That's it. I'm cooked. I revealed it. You really think somebody's gonna look at this? Look at this, Zem. You really think that anybody's catching up to this anytime soon? This guy would have to stop playing. This guy would have to stop playing. And even then, I have not seen this guy in a long time, Flipper. But somehow this person either played a lot or they're playing like under the radar. I know Rico Suave felt Thunder player. Granted, he was good overall. Yeah, he was kind of like for this game in particular. I would say that Rico was probably the Justin Wong of just this game. Just this game. But he also did go for what was mostly strong. Like, there's players that they look at what's strong in a game, and they say, I'm going to pick this character up, and, you know, they start mixing in their own flavor. And eventually, they make a new tag, a Smurf tag. You know the drill. He probably plays in off hours when you're not on. Possibly. I kind of call bull because, I mean, what are the chances, right? Over the span of years. I've played late night. I've played early night. I've played in the morning. I would say probably have played the least during the afternoon. But still. Yeah. The fact that I haven't seen him or haven't caught up to him in a long time, this is kind of weird. Him and Rebello are the reasons Shigo got the changes he did. Because of Rebello? You know what? To be honest with you, if he did play Shadow Jago, I don't even like really remember, fellas. Shadow Jago. I will say, I think that if they don't release another KI, which it's going to be very, very hard to sell the fans of this game, like the hardcore fans. I would say probably a remaster at this point, with added quality of life and more features. For example, we all know Street Fighter 6, and I believe even Street Fighter 5 had it. Granted, Street Fighters 5 and 6 came out after this KI. This game still had some things that those games didn't have at launch, but sorry, at least 5. 6, I haven't played it enough to like go through all the options and stuff, but I want to say that those games built on what this game kind of set for the future. What this game set up was monumental when it came out. So I think what's missing from this is, for example, me being able to do this and being able to not go to his gamer card right off the bat. I want to see his matches. I want to see what he's doing during Killer Instinct World Cup. Yeah. I don't remember him playing Shadow Jacob. I remember his TJ. He was pretty good. Rebello? Roll Bello, they used to call him.
Fight on.
I do remember Rebello being pretty damn good. There was some decent matches that I remember in those, you know, high stakes tournaments. Um, he always used to kick my ass for sure. I don't remember a single time that I actually beat him. Different breed. Nice. Nice. I wasn't even attempting to do triple X, but I was going to do command grab. But triple X came out. I guess I did it too early.
Awesome victory.
I miss those days of like the KIWC and like even the 8-bit beatdown. I miss those days so much. It was an era for sure. Excuse me, jump? I tried to jump right there. Nice. Nice. I think I'm dead. That's pretty close. GG's, Iceman. GG's. Yeah, dude, I miss that era of KI competitive play. I was at a much different, like everybody, at a much different spot in my life. Watching these guys perform the way that they did on this game was... It was a sight to behold, for sure. I never got to go to KIWC, but it looked fun. Very fun. Those were the days of where competitive KI was definitely at its peak. Even with the way that the meta has evolved over time and we've had players come and go, there's just some players that when you see them perform on this game, they leave you in awe. They're like anomalies, kind of like what I said about Hologram. They're like, how the hell did this guy just make him block? What was going through the other person's head? That they were conditioned to block or to hold up to get knocked out of the air, get set up for a command grab. Even like when Wheels lost to Valerax. Granted, Valerax is good in his own right. I don't think he's as good as Wheels, but yeah. Personally, that's not factual.
This should be quick.
Wake up, click clack. That's crazy. Walk up. Well, I wonder what that was about. Swinging buttons. What? I went for it once. The rollback forced me a second time. Ooh, fancy. Fancy. That's an interesting decision. Why is this thing so laggy? Holy hell. I will say this. People in ranked have definitely been having some really spotty connections. Holy shit. Spotty.
Awesome victory.
Dude, this Xbox app sucks so much butt. I swear to you.
Fight on. Ready. Fight. Combo breaker. Combo breaker. Hyper. Awesome combo. Combo! Ready. Fight! Combo breaker!
Wait till this corner here. I'll give it to you for free. You like the corner, don't you? Give me some meter.
Shadow counter! Lockout! Solid combo! Fight! Triple! Combo breaker! Combo breaker!
You're so laggy, dude. You need to fix that connection.
Triple! Triple!
Please, fix your connection. Holy hell. I'll take it real nice and easy.
Ready.
I don't have to overwhelm him.
Lockout! Beastly combo!
Wow.
Triple! Triple! Triple combo! Lockout! Lockout! Extreme combo! Lockout! Awesome combo! Ready! Fight! Lockout! Monster! Triple! Lockout! Lockout! King combo! Lockout! Lockout! Extreme combo! Ready! Fight! Brutal combo! Lockout! Beastly combo! Lockout! Awesome combo!
Yep, you're done. Throwing free fireballs. Or at least he thought. GG's. You know what? Let me see. Kind of in the mood for some Jago. Might get fucked up, but that's fine.
Fight on. Ready. Fight. Combo breaker. Combo breaker. Blaster. Triple combo. Combo breaker. Lockout. Extreme combo. Lockout. Master combo. Ready. Fight. Trip shadow counter. Combo breaker. Lockout. Quad combo. Lockout. Counter breaker. Crazy. Lockout. Combo breaker. Lockout. Counter breaker. Extreme. Fight.
I mean, I'll take that reset. Oh. Alright, fellas. I got a quick phone call. Give me 1 second.
Lock out. Extreme. Lock out. Stage Ultra. Devastated. Supreme victory. Fight on! Ready! Fight! Brutal combo! Triple! Lockout! Extreme combo! Lockout! Lockout! Beastly combo! Awesome combo! Combo breaker! Lockout! Crazy combo! Ready! Fight! Stage Ultra. Devastated. Supreme victory.